I think the last time I actually speedran a PC game was FF7 PC, which I last did in 2015. Complaints? Well, that's... I beg to differ. I think this game looks and sounds gorgeous.
Let us fight with honor. No.
Yeah, if anyone isn't familiar with this game, it came out originally for the Switch last year, or it was 2018, I believe, and then got ported onto PC this year.
It's a good day for battle. No.
If you've ever heard of the Bravely series, Bravely Default and Bravely Second, this is kind of the third game in that series. It's a lot good. Storytelling isn't quite as good in my opinion, but the gameplay is a lot more polished and fun, especially the job system.
I will not fail.
Hey, tomatoes.
Now then, out of my way.
I mean, having differing opinions is totally fine, especially when it comes to video games.
Have at you. The thrill of the fight.
Just kind of the general premise of the game is that there's 8 characters, all of whom have their own stories that are divided into 4 chapters, and then the most popular way to speedrun Octopath Traveler is just to complete one character's story in full, which takes about an hour. There's a full game category too that's about 4 hours. If I enjoy running the game enough, I do eventually want to learn the full game run.
It's a good day for battle.
Olberic, the character I picked is the warrior. His story happens to actually be the longest of the 8 because of having the most fighting, but that's kind of what drew me to it. Because of how many fights there are, the strategies look a bit more varied and interesting to me. Hey, Pathos.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
I mean, all of the single character runs are kind of the same and at a high level as far as that you do your character's chapter 1, you go learn the Evasive Maneuvers skill, get other characters, and then do chapters 2, 3, and 4. But I know there's lots of little minutiae differences as far as strategies.
No. With each battle, I grow stronger. Let us fight with honor. The battle. The battle is truly joined.
Alright, so here we have Gaston, our first boss.
I will not fail. Victory shall be.
This fight's pretty simple, just follows a predictable script.
Now then. Have a taste of this.
You're gonna be seeing a lot of these soul stones, which are just consumable combat items that do fixed damage.
Have a taste of this. The battle is truly joined. Victory. Damn. How about this? Now then. The battle is truly joined.
Yeah, so much good music.
The battle.
I'm an especially big fan of the Chapter 4 boss theme, which you'll be hearing for the final boss of this one.
The thrill of the fight.
Alright, so now that I'm out of Olberic's Chapter 1, the next order of business is to get more characters.
Let us fight with honor. Now.
I'll be getting Tressa, Primrose, and Therian. Not all at once, though. I do want to pick up some more soul stones and other stuff to cheese the Chapter 1 bosses for those characters.
It's a good day for battle.
For these encounters here, I'm breaking the enemies before running away in order to guarantee running away. I also want to kill enough stuff to get to level 5 before I get to a certain point.
How about you?
Oops. Yeah, if I get a preemptive, I can just run away straight up. Yes, I will definitely be attending. Well, hopefully all future limit breaks. Hey, Greffrey.
Let us fight with honor. The battle.
Oops.
Have out of my way. With each battle, I grow stronger.
Hey, MP King. Yeah, I've been working on this the past week. Wasn't initially planning to do it tonight, but then I had kind of a busy enough day that I didn't really have time to prepare for FF4.
It's a good day for battle. Now then. Victory shall be mine.
Yeah, I'm expecting this to probably be around like an hour and a half.
This is a good day.
A good time would be closer to an hour.
I will cut you down.
If I enjoy the run enough, I do want to eventually learn the full game run, which is about 4 hours.
I grow strong.
Isn't doing all 8 characters plus the true final boss. Yeah, this is just going to be Olberic's story in full.
Let us fight with honor.
This, I think I can't break, I just have to run away. Yeah, the Steam version's 60 FPS, along with has faster load times. It's the only version I have, too, just because I don't have a Switch.
Victory shall be mine. Victory shall be mine.
Main downside to running this on PC, though, is just that if you click out of the game, it mutes the audio, so I'm having to use my notes on my tablet. So I'm challenging this guy, which requires level 5 in order to reset the step counter in order to make it to the Scholar Shrine here without getting into an encounter. If I got an encounter at this point, I would die. Unless I got super lucky with running away, which the odds would be against me for. Hail, Traveler. Yeah, I kind of get that, but I wish it was something that you could turn off if you wanted to on modern PC games. Thanks, me Speedy.
Let us fight with honor. Have at you.
Setting the step counter again. I don't think it matters how you have the window size or anything configured. I think it's just part of the game, unfortunately. Okay, so next big order of business is to learn the Evasive Maneuvers skills, which is like the Charm Bangle in Final Fantasy VI, as far as lowering the encounter rate by a fair bit.
Let us fight with honor. Have at you. I will cut you down.
That's right. Hey, Earth to Patrick.
Victory shall be mine. Now then.
So I picked up a medium soulstone and I'm heading to this optional dungeon here to try to grind for evasive maneuvers optimally.
It's a good
Alright,
day
so what are
back.
these? Giant scorpions? Yeah, this is these will not die to my soulstone. Fortunately, this game does have autosave, so dying in a lot of cases is actually not that costly. Especially on PC when the loading times are faster than on the Switch.
with
and here
honor.
we've got
Victory shall be mine.
Killer Bug. Okay, this I can kill.
Have a taste of this.
I don't think this is gonna give me enough points though.
The thrill of the fight.
Yeah, I need 130. So we need to get another fight now, and hopefully it's one that I can actually kill. Okay, it's the same one.
Victory shall be mine. Have a taste of this.
Now I'm definitely good.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Okay, so what is Firestorm? Alright, so now I can cover about, I think, 2.5 times roughly the distance between encounters. So I'm gonna, for the next fairly significant leg of the run, I'm gonna be abusing that super heavily in order to go to overworld and dungeon areas I have no business being in at level like 8 or 9, whatever I'm at. Just went in there in order to activate it as a fast travel location. Same challenge trick with this guy to reset the step counter. Hey, Nicodemus. ETA probably about an hour 20 to an hour and a half. Alright, so now that I have Evasive Maneuvers plus a large Soul Stone, now we're gonna start Tresses, Chapter 1. Having those other things will let me both clear her dungeon without encounters and then cheese the boss in one turn.
Open for business. Here I go.
The battle is truly joy.
That particular cutscene, it's faster to just mash the one text box than to actually skip it. Humorously enough. Who's the girl with the cool hat? That would be Tressa, who's the merchant class character in this game. Merchants are very, very useful.
Now, let's
Can
get
do a
down
lot
to
of stuff with
business.
money. Yeah, feeling a lot better than last weekend.
Try this on the side.
Thank you.
How is that?
He has an overpowered skill called Hired Help that I'll be making pretty heavy use of for the tougher bosses in this run, along with Purchase, which lets me buy items from NPCs, which I can use to get lots of soul stones and other stuff. Yeah, I barely touched Hired Help in my casual playthrough because I knew it was broken. Wanted to do other strategies. At least for these speedruns, the biggest benefit of Hired Help is that your level is irrelevant as far as what you can do with it. Okay, where are we going next? This way. Now, I loved my casual playthrough of this game. I think I spent about 80 hours or so. Oops, wrong way. You know what, let's reset. Some of these maps I'm still not totally down with. Hey, Phoenix down. Music, there's so much good music. There's really chill stuff like this, and then there's some of the boss themes, which are amazing. Forgot to move my casual file out of slot 1, although I do have a backup. So I'm doing a reset here in order to reset the step counter. Go to the Merchant Shrine. I do recommend finishing it, because taking down the true final boss is oh so satisfying. Okay, level 7. If I was level 10, I could do a faster route through this area. That's not happening unless I get a Cait, though. Just like a metal slime. challenging that guy I just walked past. If I could challenge that guy, I could get the chest I just walked by on the same trip instead of having to go back for it. In my practice, I was generally not able to, if I was doing the reload instead of the challenge, I generally couldn't get this soul stone and then get off the screen before getting an encounter. Not really, as far as I know.
It's a good day for battle. Have at you.
I've got a decent enough PC, although I wouldn't say it's like amazing or anything. Let's get this. Doing this is faster overall than rolling the dice and resetting if I do get an encounter. 'Cause I'd have to wait for the enemies to kill me and then load my save. We'll be back there soon enough. I just wanted to activate the teleport location. Yeah, if your PC, I mean, I think my PC is actually like 3 or 4 years old. I mostly played this game on my, via Steam Link on my, smart TV in my living room. This is actually the town where Tressa's Chapter 4 is, but it's also got lots of good stuff I can buy. I'm using a Logitech F310, I want to say. I normally use a 710, which is the same thing, only wireless, but I found that wireless controllers don't work too well in my office. Yeah, the big thing that got me seeing this game 60 FPS for the first time was the battle animations. Some of them just look so gorgeous. Or so much more gorgeous, I should say. So now that I have another large soul stone to choose Chapter 1 boss, we're gonna get Primrose. Not really because we care that much about her dancer skills, but just because she happens to be the fastest of the 8 characters to recruit.
Step right up.
Now then,
Level
I
slash
will cut
these.
you down.
Yes, okay.
I am ready.
I would imagine if I was just better at the movement here, I probably could fairly consistently get out of here without an encounter. It's going to be a new speedrunning game.
The main event.
I don't know how
What's it
serious
do?
a project it's going to be.
Try this on the side. You got more than you bargained for.
Like I said, if I enjoy this short run enough, I'll probably try out the full game category. Which is about a 4-hour run, if you're good. The single character ones are about 1 hour. This is arguably my favorite overworld theme. Riverlands. So soothing.
Let us fight with honor.
Nice ambush.
I am ready. You like that? The show is over.
I'm not quite as familiar with the other runs besides this one yet, but the fact that there is a level requirement for challenges actually doesn't matter that much. I mean, there's one place where I need to make sure I'm level 5 in order to be able to do challenges.
I am ready.
And then there's another point where if I was level 10, I'd be able to do a faster route through a screen. But aside from that, none of the challenges that I have to do to progress the story have a level requirement. Have to make sure to be very careful to say no to that second question, otherwise I have to do the full chapter 1 for Therian. Yeah, if you're playing the game casually, the level requirements for the noble path actions matter a lot. Okay, and then in manor areas, the step counter does not reset at screen transitions, so I'm reloading my autosave to reset it to get to the boss without an encounter. Yeah, no Cyrus in the Olberic run. We just learn evasive maneuvers from the scholar job on Olberic. I believe the reason that that's faster is because you can use Olberic's challenge in order to get to the scholar shrine safely.
Let's get this over with. Take this!
Victory shall be mine. Have a taste of this.
I am ready. You like that? The show is over.
Yeah, agreed, Wolf. Like I frequently say, a pretty significant factor in how I decide what games to speedrun is how much I enjoy the music. This is no exception. Hey Jello, thank you. I mean, I'm doing manipulation of the encounters via various kinds of tricks you can do to reset your step counter. So wait, where do I go next? I go this way. Like, in most cases, if I do a screen transition, it resets the encounter rate. I can save and reload, or I can do a challenge with Olberic's path action. I think it's... wait, which way is it? This way. Still working on memorizing a lot of these maps.
This is the beginning of your end.
The battle is truly joined.
Could do this one.
Have a
here.
taste of this.
Hey, Wells.
The thrill of the fight.
That fight's technically optional to fight as opposed to run from, but since I'm doing a no Cait route, my job points are a lot tighter. I mean, I think I was probably okay without it because I had to do 2 Whistling Cavern encounters, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, especially in the first run. Oops. Alas, nothing more to teach you. The screen in particular has tripped me up.
Ready or not, here I come.
Now then.
Yes, this game is very good. I highly recommend it.
Now then.
Alright. Not expecting to actually flee. Okay, go down at this fork, not left. I think we'll be hitting the end, though. Hey, Galicious. Because Tressa is dead, I can't actually buy some stuff that I need until I stay at the end. This is a casual gameplay. No, this is a casual speedrun. Could just use olives, but I'd rather conserve them. Hey, Dagon Righteous. But I can't go around that kid. Yeah, the storytelling is not this game's strong point. Almost everything else is top of the line though, like the music and graphics, the battle system. What do I do next? Okay, the large. Hey, Gagaloogies. Okay, purple chest. The way the 8 stories connect together is kind of cool, but it could have been more. Okay, go do Spring. Like I thought Live Alive did it better. Live Alive, it's a RPG for the Super Famicom. It was only released in Japan. I did a casual playthrough of it on stream earlier this year with an English translation patch. There's a lot of similarities between Live Alive and Octopath, but the biggest difference is that all the character stories in Live Alive don't intersect at all until the end game. And I think that translates into just better storytelling overall when the game's structured like that. There's some side quests effectively post game because they're after chapter 4s that I think have some really cool lore as far as developing a lot of the major story characters from the character stories a bit more too. It took me about 80 hours to play through this game. I didn't get like the platinum trophy or anything, but I did all the main and side quests, including the true final boss. Alright, so now we go to Clearbrook. I think it plays a lot kind of like a handheld or mobile game as far as the chapter-based format. It kind of feels to me like this was originally started as a 3DS game and then the developers shifted gears to the Switch and later PC. Okay, so here... Save point left. No, I've never played a Trails game. I'm supposed to actually fight an encounter here.
Open for business.
think I've ever actually gotten here without one yet. This one we do the and large.
Take this!
'Cause I do need the job points from this fight.
Don't start things you can't finish.
Have you played Bravely Default or Bravely Second? Because this has a very similar battle system. It's just more polished overall. Okay. If you haven't, then I would compare it to Final Fantasy V in a lot of ways, as far as having a job system.
Let us fight with honor. Now then.
Yeah, let us flee with honor. I love how this speedrun handles the honorable duel in Chapter 3. I won't spoil it. So we're in the home stretch as far as just running around picking up stuff before we actually start Chapter 2.
I'll make this quick.
Probably not. I might do another single character, but if I enjoy running the game, I'd rather just do the full game category, which is about a 4-hour run, than try to grind out good times at all 8 individual characters. Galdera. Did it again. Oh, we're just gonna reroll that. Yeah, Tressa is the most popular single character run because of being the shortest, and I believe also the easiest. I wanted to do this one because it's the longest. I think hopefully that'll make it hold my interest longer. Alright, so now we got some minion. Yeah, I've watched people like Elmagus do some pretty hardcore grinds of this game, and it looks pretty soul crushing to like go for a world record level time, especially at the shorter categories they're a lot more optimized. There's just so much luck required. Like to go for the record at Olberic, I would need to reset if I don't get a Cait. which means about going back, or like 8-10 minutes turnaround between attempts, basically.
Let us fight with honor. The battle.
Yeah, I mean, there's 8 categories for completing one of the characters' storylines in full, which, I mean, it does technically count as beating the game because you get credits after beating the Chapter 4 boss of your starter character, and then there's also categories for the full game. There's one called All Main Stories, which is all 32 main chapters, and then there's one called Caldera, which also requires beating the true final boss. If I was going to do the full game, I'd do the Caldera run, which is about 4 hours. The single character runs are about 1 hour.
It's a good day for battle. Victory shall be mine.
Yeah, I think Jello Knifey here at least was routing an all side stories run at one point. He didn't actually do it.
The battle is unbending.
Oops, that was supposed to be cross strike actually.
Have at you. The battle is truly joy. How about this? The battle is truly joy.
A bewildering grace on Goldura. That sounds incredible.
Watch my blade dance. With
Well, that
each
was a
battle,
little slap
I grow
happy.
stronger.
So I used 1,000 Spears a second time instead of cross strike. I know the record for Goldura and PC is 350 something last I checked.
Oh, here I go!
I am ready. Stay strong.
Let's do this!
I'm just using mercenary summons for just quick multi-hit attacks, not to actually do damage.
Here.
Now then, my blade is unbending.
I am ready. You like that?
Yeah, this game looks so good at 60
Let's
FPS.
do this!
Shadowrun.
Try this on for size!
The battle.
Oh, I did not have enough SP. Oops. Okay, he's still dead.
Battle, I grow stronger.
That was just because of doing extra stuff on the second challenge. I mean, if you already have the game on the Switch, yeah, I mean, and you don't care about speedrunning, or at least that much, then you're not really getting much out of getting it again on PC. I don't have a Switch, so I mean, this is my only means of playing the game.
I will not fail.
Let's do this.
Defend, except him who does mercs. Like I'm doing mercs here just to get the physical defense bonus.
I'm ready.
Have at you. I think not. The battle is truly joined. Use this.
Hey, Tinglenator.
I'm ready.
My turn now.
Yeah, this is our first usage of veteran soldiers, which is why hired health is so busted.
Don't start things you can't finish.
Pay to win. I mean, that costs 30,000 leaves, so not cheap. This fight is random as far as what happens in the first turn.
I will not fail.
Out of my way.
Witchery. Now then. Have a taste of this.
Try this on your side.
The lion dance.
I see.
Armor corrosive, I believe, increases physical damage by 50%, and it works on hired help.
Watch my blade dance.
Hey Alta, welcome. It begins.
Try this on your side.
I'm ready. Are you?
You too.
You like that?
Alright, first try
The show is
Archibald.
over.
Yeah, I do like how the voice acting you get at the start of a turn depends on stuff like health and status conditions. Yeah, I'm doing the Forbidden Blade route that's on the Octopath wiki, only I changed it to not require a Cait.
I will not fail.
So I'm not doing
Victory shall be
the
mine.
Alt-Tab glitch.
Have a taste of this.
My turn. Take this!
Here I go. Try this on
Still
the
no
side.
endless item procs.
I am ready.
Hey, Dragoon Zero.
Not too fast.
I see.
Victory shall be mine.
Yeah, the size of the bosses compared to your characters is a little silly, for sure. The sprite work is just all so gorgeous, though.
I am ready. I am ready.
Let's do this. I won't hold back. I'll get there.
Out of my way. I'm ready. Are you?
Yeah, PC has higher frame rate and faster loading times, but no other real differences. Alright, no deaths in the arena, nice.
The thrill of the fight.
It's fairly significant, like I think for this category it's around 4 to 5 minutes. I mean, Switch and PC are separate categories for that, along with other reasons, but I mean, I'm running on PC because that's all I have. So it's an added bonus, I guess, that it's faster. Oh, 20 minutes for full game. Sounds about right.
Let us fight with honor. Victory shall be mine. Death by 1,000 cuts. Victory.
Well, I mean, it's hard to estimate loading time differences for a casual play, but
The battle is close. With each
it's been an
battle,
exceptionally
I grow
low
stronger.
roll. Hey, rename card. Yeah, like Alta Biscuit said, the main thing I would recommend PC over Switch for, if you have a choice, is the 60 FPS. It makes a lot of the battle animations look a lot better.
Hard.
Okay, just go straight in.
I will not fail.
Tyson, shit.
Now then. Have a taste of this.
Hey, Earth Trigger.
My turn. Take
Okay,
this.
there's a freebie. And you see that white
Where's the nearest
sparkle when
tavern?
you use an item, that means you got a freebie from endless items.
I will not fail. Have at you. Have a taste of this.
My turn. Take this. And that's that.
I will not fail.
What to do?
Now then.
I see your faces.
I am ready. I am ready. Come and fight.
Out of my way. I see your faces.
Have at you.
Pay to win.
Here I go!
That's the name of the game. At least for single character runs. For the full game, you eventually move beyond pirate help abuse and into sorcerer spell abuse.
Won't hold back! I'll get
Out of my way. Let's do this.
There. The Iron Blade is on. With each battle, I grow stronger.
So now all four of my characters have endless items.
I will not fail.
I love this fight in this speedrun too, because story-wise, this is an honorable duel among old friends that are fighting on different sides of the war. And the way we win it is by hiring mercenaries to take them out.
The battle is true. Now then. With each battle, I grow stronger.
Yeah, once all the preparations have been made, the rest of the run is just blitzing through chapters 2, 3, and 4 back to back. Yeah, yeah. I mean, do you have to redo the Blizzard Chief if you die to Earhart? Or do you get an autosave before that? Oh, nice. Feels bad, man. And this, unlike Earhart, you actually have to challenge the man in the red hat, not to be confused with the man in the yellow hat.
Victory shall be mine. Have a taste of this.
We've gotten 2 procs.
The battle
I
is
think
truly
should be enough.
Have at you. Now my blade is unbending. The battle is truly joy. Have a taste of this.
Okay, so I think I should be good on Soul Stones. I think I only need 2 for the Werner fight. I'll just double check to make sure to... Oh yeah, I've got 3. Oops, no, I keep forgetting I need to go right back in and talk to this clone. And then we go into the sewers. Hey Jeff, thank you very much for the host, sir. Hope the FF5 was tolerable at least. We're doing kind of a cool exploit here where I'm skipping half of the dungeon by just teleporting out and then walking back in the front door. Okay, so 2 merchant jobs. Should have done that from the jobs menu. Hunter job. Now we sell 342, nice. It's like what, a minute or so off your PB? I'm just unloading basically everything I have that's worth money to be able to afford to pay to win on the last boss. Good. Hey, Zero Blade Edge, thank you, thank you. Oops. Still learning these maps. So this might be around a 120 if I first try the boss, which I'd say is pretty solid for a first run. The record is 59 something. Yeah, that's something I never picked up on casually until watching the Limit Break run again, that the game kind of helps you find the bosses via the torches. Shoutouts to this boss theme.
Have at you. Ensnare them!
I am ready.
Guys, I'm gonna do about medium grapes so you can hang tough again.
Out of my way. I see.
Yeah, it's the main thing I'm still getting the hang of with this fight is just how to deal with him killing people on the first turn.
You'll not lay a finger on me.
What to do? Catch me again.
Now then.
Hey, the horse is his housebroken, I'm sure. Alright, so now we put it
Come and fight.
Because if he kills one of my merchants in the first turn, then I don't have full BP going into this turn. I know I can get away with one of my vets only being 3 hits instead of 4, though.
I see.
My turn. I won't hold back. I'll get
So now he's gonna sweep and kill Therian.
Damn.
So not tiered. Alright, so I can just... That's
Out of my
tiered.
way.
I am ready. Stay strong.
That's free
what
element.
to do?
Here.
I am ready.
Damn.
What to do? Let's do this. I won't hold back. I'll get
I am ready. Come and fight.
Take this!
Right.
Damn.
What do these here?
Have a taste of this.
Nice!
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Time is when I skip the next cutscene after this one. Alright, sub 120. That's better than I was expecting. None of the bosses were particularly trolly, though. Like, I didn't die to... Well, I died to some regular encounters, but yeah, I didn't die to any of the bosses. Nice run. firing up another run after this, after the, like, what, 8-minute credits or so with good music. Thanks to the GGs, everybody. Yeah, isn't that like why Simeon is the hardest Chapter 4 boss, is that it's the one most prone to having to improv strats depending on what he does? This is why beating a single character's story counts as beating the game too, because you do get credits when you beat your starter character's Chapter 4. This isn't the whole game. I mean, the whole game in a speedrun is about 4 hours. If I enjoy running this enough, I'll eventually try out the full game category. I'd rather do that than actually grind all 8 individual characters. Yeah, Primrose's Chapter 4 boss, Simeon, is the hardest of the 8, largely because of it being a 2-phase fight, and neither one being free. Yeah, no worries. Be firing up another run after the credits. Hey, Nitrodon. We'll be doing this again in about another 5 minutes or so. I'd say so if you're looking for a pretty accessible RPG to speedrun. The single character runs are all about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how good and lucky you are. Full game is about 4 hours. There's some good guides out there. Well, Olberic was my starter character in my casual playthrough, but the reason I picked him to learn the speedrun of is because it's the longest run with the most fights, and therefore I figure it has the highest chance of holding my interest. Because of how many fights there are, the strategies are a little more complex than like the Tressa run, from what I've seen too, where you can just lean more heavily on pay to win. Yeah, it'll be Olberic again. It's the only run I know so far. If I enjoy this enough, I might learn another single character run, but the eventual goal would be to do the Galdera run, which is the whole game, including the true final boss. Yeah, I noticed that on the wiki that there's a 3-character route for Tressa. I think it's a combination of factors as far as why her run is both the shortest and easiest. I mean, you've seen now hired help is very, very broken for doing a low-level challenge or speed run, but I think Esmeralda, who's Tress's final boss, is also the easiest of the 8 as far as her, like, recover from break skill being the least dangerous. I would assume through hacking of some kind, because that's not too difficult to do with the PC version as I understand it. The save files are just plain text, so if you, with a little bit of know-how, I imagine hacking save files isn't too difficult. That sounds really good, though, as far as being able to actually practice the Galdera fight without having to do the boss rush every time. Yeah, it took me 3 attempts to beat Galdera casually. It's been a while since just beating the final boss of a JRPG was that satisfying, though. Also, this part of the music, by the way, is specific to Olberic. All these business divisions. Wonder if Business Division 9 and Business Division 6 get along, or if they're bitter rivals.